Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, it's theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to the email list. You don't want to miss out from either one, because in case you haven't noticed, alright, 2016 is huge. We're already off to a huge start on February 1st, so we're 1 month finished with 2016, and it's a huge year in particular for the CRAs, but for the research sites as well. I've been noticing an increase in studies. So the questions have been coming in, and for those of you who don't know how this works, you send me a question, I'll make a video. Usually I'll put on YouTube. Sometimes I will put it on Snapchat and then re-upload it to YouTube later. So let's get into it right now. It says, "Hey Dan, I've seen some videos where you talk about revenue generation for operating a research site by partnering with a PI, but how does it work when you're running a study at an already established private practice?" So here's the thing, this is important actually, right? You want to make sure that the doctor, in this case, especially if it's a large private practice and the doctor is partnered with other physicians in the practice, or even worse, if the practice is owned by a bigger corporation that operates either on a regional or national level, the doctor really doesn't have much say as to what activities can be conducted at that site or at that office. Now, if the doctor owns his own private practice and it's just him, or maybe him or her and a few other physicians, but he's an owner, then he can call the shots. But I've had partners, and I've had clients who have gotten in partnerships with physicians, and then these physicians get their private practices acquired by larger groups, like managed healthcare groups, and all the research goes out the window. The new group that comes in doesn't want anything to do with the research, or they want their own research and they want to kick the existing research out. So you really got to ask detailed questions like, are you the owner of the private practice? Do you have other physician partners? Are you the decision maker there? If not, if the PI that you're looking to partner with is not a decision maker, let's say he's just a cog or another spoke in the wheel of some bigger organization, I wouldn't get started there. You're going to probably run into some issues. This typically happens when the physician is not authorized to make decisions, specifically business decisions on what kind of activities can be conducted in the practice. Now, if the physician owns his private practice and he owns the company and he calls all the shots, go ahead and do it. The way you would get into it at that point is, and this is part of your second question, if I'm handling the study coordinators, the data entry, regulatory, contracts, budgets, what percentage of the budget would I expect to receive? You are going to be receiving 100% of the budget. You are going to be the payee. Your clinical research company, whether you do a DBA or an LLC or an INC, an S Corp or a C Corp, your company is going to be the payee, and then your physician that you partnered with is either going to own a percentage of that company, no more than 20%, unless you find a really good one that you've known for some time, then you can go 50-50. Or that physician is going to be an independent contractor of your company. Never make the physician the payee, because it would be extremely easy for them to cut you out of the picture, and then all the studies are going to be going to them, and once they learn how to do the business, they won't really need you, right? So you got to think about these things beforehand. But I'm glad you asked the question. But please, above all else, do not get involved with a physician unless you're certain that they're the decision maker at that practice. They at least have to be an owner of the practice, or one of several partners who are also agreeable to doing research there. You do not want to get involved with big corporations. I'm not going to mention any names because, like I said, some of my partners and existing clients are involved with some, but the big medical groups that are nationwide or at least regional, they have different physicians they partner with. They actually don't partner with them, they acquire their businesses and then they run their own research out of it. You don't want to get started on doing a whole bunch of work and a bunch of startup activity only to have someone from that corporation find out you're doing research and then put an end to it all, because they can. They're legally authorized to do that. So you want to make sure that the physician you're going to be partnering with is the one that's authorized to make those decisions, right? So hopefully this helps. All right, Dan from theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Keep your questions coming in, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.